I love when I dig stuff up. So here, a friend sends me a link to some stupid stats on the World Trade Center because we were talking. If we look at number 15, shall we? They're doing some kind of percentages on shit. So here's your 9363, right? There's your 9363 code. Then you go over here, you got your 9 and your 18 bystanders. Then you got your 6 and location unknown, right? Then you got your 6 again where the impact 15. Right? This stuff just stinks to high heaven. It's a joke. Fatalities. Here's your 18 years. 9. Of course it's 18 years. Why would it be anything else? It'd only be funnier if it was 33. Oh, speaking of 33, there were 33 suicides after the towers. 33 suicides. What a surprise. Then you get down to number 9, and it says typical trade center office floor 9. Well, there's your 18 and there's your 9. Why would you pick this floor? If it's just a typical floor, why would you pick 9? Well, we all know the answer to that, don't we? So the memorial that's there now, those 2 cubes, are called the Rainbow Memorial. The World Trade Center, those buildings were made to be dropped because it was a celebration and recreation of the explosion and the fall of light. Whatever it was that fell, that was a representation of it. Hang on, I want to show you a picture of something they put across the street. This is the Rainbow Memorial right here. Okay, 2 pillars, boom. Well, they're not there. But what's interesting is this thing over here. Right here. This thing. Because what that thing is exactly what I did that video on. That's a freaking electric generator dynamo. They just did the glass or the architecture to give you the idea of it to those who know what it is. That's a fucking hydroelectric generator. Or whatever fucking weird shit they use. Okay? The Rainbow Bridge. That's why that stupid mayor kept going, oh, they're heroes, they're heroes, they're heroes, they're firemen. Yes, they're firemen. Their bodies are made of fire. They're heroes. They blew the system. They blew it up. So I'm poking around, looking for the Rainbow Bridge, and I find this thing from 1985. I wasn't even aware of it. The Rainbow Warrior was a Greenpeace ship that was made in Scotland. The French Secret Service blew it up. Let's see, French Masons, Scottish Masons. Sound about the same to me. Because really the story is they just blew something up so that they could pretend tow it somewhere and then put a marker. Okay? So let's look at some of the stats behind it. First of all, the ship was used to get 300 people out of an area that had radioactivity from the nuclear bomb blasts that they used in the 50s and 60s. So it's the 300 tells you it's bullshit. The second thing is France is supposedly the one that did it, so they were told to pay $8.1 million, which that's your 9, right? You see it? There's your 9. See? There's your 9. Now, they refloated the ship, right, on August 21st. Right, on August 21st. So that would be your 3. And they took it and put it to rest at this fucking island or whatever it was on 12 December. Right? So there's your other 33. There's your other 3, which gives you your 33. There's your 33. The 2-man team had carried, then this is how they always do all the news stories now. Pay attention, because this is how they do all the news stories. 2-man team had carried out the actual bombing, but their identities have never been officially confirmed. Well, then how do you know there were 2 of them? 2 men had carried out the actual bombing, but their identities have never officially been confirmed. Well, I say 5 did it, although that can't be confirmed either. So I'm in the running, and I don't even know any of these fuckers. So let's look at the symbol. Well, here's the Rainbow Bridge, okay, and here we have, what is this? It's the infinity sign, right? And on top of it, they put a crucifix, which is really a cube. So basically, what they did is, by putting that crucifix on top, they made a infinity sign inside of a cube. And Saturn, being the black pillar, right? And what is this? This is the cycle. And this thing just goes round and round and round. So, although they think they're bullshitting everybody, they're not bullshitting us, are they? Not anymore. Because see, it's just one effing story. I'm gonna do an overlay here. Because I think, come on. So that's gonna go like that. And then this one goes like this. Goes like that, and then this one goes like this. Basically, all I'm doing is just drawing you the direction of how this thing works. You get the gist of it, right? So here's the story. You got a red pillar here, right? And then you got a blue one over here. Right? But the Rainbow Bridge has been blown. So basically, this must have been a hot spot. That's the only reason they would have built that there. And the story behind it, they had to have a reason to put the fucking thing up. Just like the Trade Center. It's just another recreation. It's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. Learn the numbers, learn the colors, and you'll understand the story. It's the old story about us being cut off from God. Those buildings were built with the explosive in them. They were dropped. There's some other crazy shit that was going on down below, that's for sure. That's why it was an inside job, because it came from below. But the bottom line is, it has to do with the dudes that are still here, that are cut off forever. Us, we're just like stuck in a big family feud between two factions. Ugh. And it gets tiring looking at this stuff, because the story never changes. There's only one story. So I gotta make up all this crazy crap. Yeah, one group of Masons blew up another group of Masons stuff. No, the Masons got together and said, look, we want to put this up, but we have to come up with an excuse. So let's do this. Just like they did with the trade centers. These guys don't miss a beat. They're the smartest, most conniving fucks on this planet. You'll never outsmart them. And nothing goes on here without them knowing. And the stupidity of most people will allow this to go on forever and ever and ever. The story of Satan trying to break through the gates of heaven is the oldest story in history. And that's what all of this is, over and over and over. A disconnection. Go look at the movie Thor, when they busted the Rainbow Bridge, cut us off from wherever that is.